Hello, today we're going to be learning about character motivation. So, what is character motivation and what motivates characters? So, character motivation is what makes your character do things. It comes from their needs, but their needs aren't all the same and they're not all equally important. They come in a hierarchy. So here I have a little definition of what hierarchy means. So basically, all it is that it's a ladder. So in this case, it's a ladder of needs. So here we have Maslow's pyramid, and at the bottom you have psychological needs. So you have psychological needs, and then level up you have safety needs, next level social belonging, next level esteem, and the last level is self-actualization. So let's step through this pyramid here. The way this works is that a person would normally need to take care of the bottom needs, so all these ones down here, before they can take care of the upper ones. So psychological needs become before the safety needs come before the social belonging comes before self-esteem, and so on. It's an idea of how people are motivated. So if you look at the psychological needs at the very bottom, talking about air, water, and food. So, how long could you last without air? Probably 3 minutes, and then brain death happens. What if you were in a classroom and the air was all sucked out? What would you do? You would do anything because you need to breathe. You wouldn't worry about your homework next week. You wouldn't worry about what you're having for lunch tomorrow. You need to breathe now. So you need to get some fresh air. So you might pick up a sofa and smash the door and get out to the fresh air. Nothing else matters. This is how such psychological needs work. If you've got water, how long can you last without water? Well, if you're out in the desert and you're walking around, it's in the middle of summer, maybe you can last a day. If it's winter and you're lying in your bed, maybe longer. But the fact is that you need water to survive. And if you don't have enough to last, then you're in trouble. The last of your psychological needs is food. So how long can you last without food? Food is different from water because people can store unlimited amounts of food in their body in the form of body fat. If you ever seen a person who's really obese, over 30% body fat, then basically they have a year's worth of food. They don't need to eat. So if you look online, sometimes you see people who are really, really obese, and the way they lose weight is just to not eat for a year. So all they need to do is just drink water, take vitamins, live their life. They don't need to eat. And they drop all that body fat because they're not eating. But you're gonna get really, really hungry once you don't have any fat left. So with food, it's a little bit different. It's not as stressful as water or air, but you still need it. If you were stranded on an island and you had lots of water but didn't have any food, then you would eat anything. You would even eat food that you hate. So that's psychological needs. Next we have the safety needs. So safety means you would do anything to feel safe, looking at such things like houses, clothes, warmth, and even a job in today's society because you need money. Next you have social belonging. This means you need to belong to groups, you need to love others and have others love you. And this is an important part of human psychology because there are very few things we like to do ourselves. Most things we like to do with other people are with other people, like playing sport or eating. We like to do it in groups because humans are social animals. So social belonging also creates behavior because you will do your best to stay part of your peer group. You don't want them to not like you and kick you out. So you will do anything that you can to stay in your peer groups, like friends or work or class group. You'll also try your best to create social groups. If you're stuck in a room with a bunch of strangers in it, sooner or later, you're going to sort yourselves out into a group. So wherever you go, you'll always want to try and find people that you know in a group. So esteem needs is your need to feel like you're a good person and have other people feel that you're a good person. In different societies, this means different things. In warrior society, it means how fearsome you are on the battlefield. In other societies, it's not the same. In certain schools, it's how well you do at tests. The better score you get, the better person you are. In other societies, it's not tests, it's not war, it's pigs. The more pigs you have, the better person you are. If you're in the pig society and you're walking down the street and you have 25 pigs, and there's someone else walking down the street as well who has 5 pigs, you wouldn't treat him very well because you have more pigs than he does. And in that case, you're a better person. So in Australia, what would create esteem? I would argue it's two things. The first thing is money. If you got money, people think you are better or smarter or more important than the next person. The second thing is sport. If you're good at sport here in Australia, then people generally really like you. It doesn't matter where you're from or what you eat for breakfast, they just know that you're good with the ball and you can work in a team. And that makes you a good person. The most famous Australians are rich, famous sports people, not businessmen, not academics. There's a man down in Melbourne who invented Wi Fi and got a Nobel Prize in maths, but no one knows who he is. Do you know who he is? Probably not. It's because most Australians don't care about esteem in academics, it's all about money and sport. The last tier is self actualization. This means that you know what your potential is and you're trying to achieve it. It's a little bit too new agey type of stuff, but you don't really need to worry about that too much. It's just knowing who you are and knowing what you want to be and working towards it. Okay, why are we learning this? Well, understanding motivation is often the key to understanding characters, and it helps with analyzing them. It's not the only way to analyze your characters. You can analyze them through class, gender, but this is the easiest way to do analysis. Okay, so for our guided practice, first read the text or watch the video. Just follow the steps here. Identify the part or think about what's motivating your character, and then answer this question here and go through the rest and do them. So once again, first send me your answer to this before going ahead and completing the rest of the exercises. Good luck!